Hello and welcome back to Legacy of the Wizard. Not sure why I didn't show off this Easter egg when I was demonstrating the wings earlier, but Mena can actually stand up on this cloud, and sort of on the chimney, kind of above the chimney. Anyway, we're getting Xemn's crown today, so we're taking Xemn, right? No, we're taking Lyll. I've already shown you the block puzzles once, and I don't feel like doing them again, so I'm actually going to take the Matic and just chop my way through. You can get Xemn's crown with Xemn himself, with Lyll, or with Mena, and since I have the option, I am going to take Lyll. I enjoy playing her, and like I said, I don't want to do those block puzzles again. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through most of this trip. Obviously, you've seen the route to Keela's chamber enough times, but also I don't have a lot to say through most of Xemn's dungeon, which you've already seen. Basically, instead of doing the block puzzles, we're just going to chop up all of the blocks with the Matic, and there are also a lot of shortcuts we're able to take because of Lyll's jumping ability. It's just really painless to get through that area once you have those things. So it doesn't really... there's not much to see. Okay, so this is the first room in which I actually have anything new to say. Remember last time we had to take blocks from over there and then make a staircase over here. With Lyll, we have to use a combination of the jump shoes and the Matic, which is a really frustrating process because using the Matic while jumping is already a little bit iffy. Wow, there I got it on the second try. Usually it takes a lot more effort than that. Like third try, I guess. But yeah, switching between those two items in the air like that is kind of annoying. Makes me wish that there were more buttons on the NES controller, just so that you could like either set specific items to specific buttons, or just like use L and R to cycle through instead of having to press select to bring up the menu and then left and right to choose a new item every time. It just seems like there should be a more efficient way of handling that. Alright, there are a ton of enemies in this room, so I just like to keep moving. Don't waste any time fighting them. Just run by, keep them behind me as much as possible. We're going to be able to restore our life with this chest here. And then head down this ladder. Ooh, that was our last key. Not too surprising since we did just do Mena last time. Mena's area, that is. Okay, before we tackle this room... oh, I was going to say we need to restore our magic, but we don't have a key, so it's going to be hard to get back through there. Maybe this guy will supply us with a key. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit, find an inn, because we're going to need every point of magic we can get to get through that next room, because the Matic does cost 1 point of magic every time you use it. That was just a shop down on that low path, but I think there's an inn in this room if we go all the way to the left. And there it is. Okay, wonderful. So we'll drop 10 gold as we always do to restore our life and magic. You don't have to worry as much about your magic here as you do going through Mena's section, but it is an issue in this one place, just because there's so many blocks in this room. Still, I think overall it's much more painless coming through with Lyll than it is with her father. It's just that those block puzzles, I don't mind doing them once. It was kind of fun, really, to at least the first time when you're still solving them all. But you really don't want to do it twice. It's probably... it might just be best to even get the crown the first time you come here. Though, you wouldn't have the shield then, so I don't know. Because of course you need the Matic to get the shield. Ooh, come on. Yeah, so this is... you actually need some downward motion in order to kill things with the star slippers. So if you're jumping up into something, they won't work. But if you're coming at it from the side while you know, falling, while you're in the falling part of your jump, then it will work. But see here, I'm actually jumping up into its space, so nothing. But yeah, there, I was falling when I moved through its space, so it worked. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, or if that's even entirely accurate, but, you know, just touching an enemy isn't enough to kill it. You actually have to jump on it, and the game's way of determining whether that happens is based on whether you're in the falling stage or the jumping stage. Yeah, just jumping into it and then moving down doesn't supply the correct kind of downward motion. Yeah, so we're going to be running out of magic fairly soon, and we'll have to harvest some enemies. That's why I'm killing some of the ones we've already passed, because it's impossible to get through this room even if you come in with full magic. You have to fight some enemies in order to get magic from them, or bring a magic potion with you. This isn't true with Xemn, because the glove does not take any magic. Almost there. We are going to have to harvest this though. Yeah, once you touch those blocks and they turn into the gray bricks rather than the green squares, enemies will no longer pass through. So I just went and reset there so that enemies would come into this area. Alright, come on guy. Alright, well, let's go get those bottles anyway. Running very low on life too, so I have to be careful not to die. That one was kind enough to drop some food for us, as was that one. There we get some magic. That might be enough. Not entirely sure how far we have left to go. Since these all look the same, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, just one more. We are going to need to get a little more magic though. So we'll reset here, get the power boots on, and jump. And get one more magic, and that should be enough. And there's an inn right here, and fortunately we did pick up a key along the way, so we'll use that here, and then rest at this inn to get our magic back. We could go ahead and get the shield now, but there's still a couple of inns between us and the boss, so I'll hold off a little bit, stick to these items. It's possible that we still need both the Matic and the power boots. I don't remember for certain. Or the jump shoes. Man, I always confuse those two items. But they're completely different in function, just similar in form. So here we go, all the way to the right. It's possible to take that low path. As you can see, a lot of these break away. There's not much difference though. It's actually probably a little bit safer here because that guy running across the bottom is harder to avoid. Jump over that. And the path forward isn't very obvious, but it's down here. Now in this room, if we were Xemn, we would have to push some of those brown blocks in order to make bridges. Like for here for example. But Lyll just jumped past all of this stuff, no problem. And we can use our jump shoes to get to this shop, but they just sell armor and power boots here, nothing we need. Nothing we don't have anyway. Pick up some money. And carry on to the right here. I think it's the next room, maybe, that contains the crown? We'll see. And yes, okay. This is a pretty big area, but the crown is up one floor and over to the right. Here's a passage between these spikes that we can only get with the wings. Shows that the designers were aware that you might be bringing mana here. I have no clue what's in that chest. I don't think I've ever gotten it. Let's see, we can stay at this inn or the next one. I'll head for the next one because I still have a lot of life and magic. So if we were Xemn, we would be taking this path up here, and you would just fall down here if you screwed something up, but using Lyll, I prefer to take this low path and then just jump up at the last opportunity, which is here. And here's the inn we're going to stay at. If we can get off of these spikes. The spikes make it a little bit difficult to jump sometimes. Okay, so we're going to keep our jump shoes and our Matic, I think. Yeah, just so we're gonna get the shield, the Matic, and the jump shoes, leaving behind the star slippers. Yeah, Because that way if we fall and we need to get back here, then we have everything we need. Jump through here. And fall. Make this jump. And this one, and we're there. Alright, there's the 4th and final crown. And we're off to fight Rockgaea, who's not a boss that I'm as worried about as I was about Archwinger. Particularly, I think having the long-range attack of Lyll makes this fight a little easier. So we can position ourselves like so, and just spam the attack. Is this going to work? Maybe our positioning is a little bit off. Get to the far edge there. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Just need to jam this attack button as fast as you can, so that you're attacking faster than he is, and there you go, piece of cake. So that's 4 crowns, which means next time we finally get to play as Roast the Sun when we go and get the Dragon Slayer. Get excited for that. Alright, thanks as always for watching. I do really appreciate your views, guys, and I will see you here next time.